Hello everyone, I'm here today on the public test server for Star Wars The Old Republic. The developers have given us a chance to take a look early at the new Dantooine Stronghold, which will be available coming in update 7.8, which will be coming out in December 2025. This stronghold will be a part of the new area called the Dantooine Wreckage, which is sometimes known as biomes. It's a very, very interesting new area that is focused on dynamic encounters for level 80 characters. There's a whole bunch of different areas, and as you complete quests in this area, you'll unlock reputation points and unlock reputation levels, which will allow you to buy the different pieces of the stronghold. For the test server, the developers have given us a special key that allows us to get max reputation with the Galactic Solutions Industries. Oh no, it's a different name this time around. It is Galactic Sustainability Institute, a special reputation track only tied to this area. Once you have the correct reputation for this area, for example, the very first piece and key that you can get is called Newcomer Standing, and it's for the barn key. You can head over to this vendor located in the base camp of this special area, purchase the key, and then you'll be able to head straight on over to the stronghold terminal right behind it. So it's pretty easy to figure out how to unlock this stronghold. It's pretty straightforward. The first key costs 500,000 credits and requires Newcomer, and the other pieces go up from there, with the final piece, the greenhouse, being available at Legend rank with Galactic Sustainability Institute. So I've already had a chance to go into this stronghold, and I'm going to go and visit this stronghold on the test server and show you what it looks like fully unlocked. So this stronghold has been very, very pretty so far. Players in general seem to be excited about it. When you load in, the very first time you attend, there will be a cutscene, and I'm going to show you that cutscene right now. There is actually some lovely music playing right here. So this is not a stronghold that you would traditionally buy with credits or with cartel coins. Instead, you must first earn the reputation and then also pay credits in addition to that. But for a high level character at level 80, the credit amounts they're pretty generous. They shouldn't be too expensive for you if you're playing at that high level. Not to mention, just questing on Dantooine will eventually give you credits and will give you the types of materials and currencies that you can use to exchange for some rare crafting materials that you can once again turn into credits. So I'm going to show you a nice little view of the Dantooine Stronghold. So first off, this is the starter area. This is the area that you get right away at Newcomer. It's a nice, big, huge, open area. This is not meant to be a traditional stronghold in that you have a house for yourself to decorate. Instead, it is really, truly meant to be a barn, and everything like that. There isn't like a house anywhere on the property. So right away, there's these big, huge centerpiece or starship hooks that you can of course change to smaller hooks if you want. What's really neat is they are also adding some very interesting biome decorations that you can place down on these giant hooks over here, and I don't have any yet because those are not available. I think it's called diorama. Yeah, here we go. These giant decorations that fit specifically on a starship hook, which are pretty cool so far. This is the cave one, and they were showing on the test server that if you were a player, you could literally stand inside this cave. That is how big it is. It's a very, very large decoration, and they've been very generous with these starship hooks here for this stronghold. And I believe we counted a total of 9 starship hooks spread out across the entire property. So there's going to be a whole bunch of new decorations that you can get from the new Dantooine biomes area. It seems like you get them from a variety of different sources. There is also a ton of Dantooine and farming decorations already in the game. If you haven't ever visited my site before, please visit SWTORista.com/decorations, and there will literally be a ton of inspiration for you there, because there's literally a collection called farm decorations that I put together so you can see what decorations might fit well in your stronghold if you actually decorate it like a farm. You can make it a nightclub, you can make it a casino, you could make it a galactic resort. You do whatever you want with this thing. So this is the first room. This is called the barn. This is actually available with the first part of the Stronghold unlock at newcomer status as well. So you do get a building right away to decorate. It's a nice large building with a ton of hooks on every single wall and every piece of the floor. A centerpiece hook in the center that, of course, don't forget, you can swap that out with some smaller hooks. A lot of players are saying that they would like to make some type of menagerie or farm with animals and stuff like that. And so these little hooks out here are really fantastic if you wanted to put, say, some Giska down here on the floor. You could cover it with all your little pets, and of course any of your animal mounts would be a really good decoration as well. And so one cool thing that I wanted to show you that they introduced on the live stream is that they did add some different type of hooks for the ceilings. So the ceilings, normally you could only put large light hooks, the big purple ones, up here, and that was the only option you had. And what's coming in update 7.8 is they made the ceiling hooks have a little more options related to them. And so you do have these small hooks here, and you can also have these medium hooks right here as well. At the moment, I'm hoping this will change. At the moment, you can only put some of the newest decorations that they are introducing to the game. So these are mostly decorations that are from the cartel market, but I'm hoping we'll have options to add some more of the older decorations in the future as well. So it is kind of nice if you wanted to cover your stronghold with some of these new decorations that are also coming out. These are called the freighter lamps and pretty fun. They're part of it sounds like a cartel market pack. We don't know the pricing and stuff like that yet, but there is some color changing lights that you can get, as well as some multicolored lights and some single color lights that fit on those nice little tiny ceiling hooks, as well as the wall hooks. So you can just go crazy if you wanted to make this a casino or a nightclub. You're gonna have a lot of new decorations to play with. So as you can see, there's the greenhouse off in the distance. This is going to be the final unlock for the stronghold, so it will be a while before you can unlock that, but it is pretty cool, a goal to work towards. So next up, I'm going to head over to the cave, and the cave is going to be the second unlock that you get over time, a little higher up on the reputation track. An important reminder is that I am on the public test server, so that means, oh, where is the cave? Is this it? Yes, it is. The public test server is a test server very much, and a lot of the values and a lot of the smaller things related to it will change over time. This is literally just kind of our first look at the Dantooine Stronghold. So the cave access starts about right here, and there's a little gate, and once you have that key that you picked up from the reputation vendor, you can head on inside. There isn't a lot of hooks in the pathway area, but once you're inside, it's a nice dank spooky cave with lots of mushrooms, very dim lighting, a beautiful little skylight up there, and lots of place to live out your wonderful cave dreams. I haven't decided what I'd like to put in here. I know I want to make a quote-unquote farm for this stronghold and put up all kinds of silly stuff and animals and farming equipment out on the the rest of it. There's a lot of really cool decorations for construction as well from the Runuk reputation track, if you wanted to take a look at those to get some ideas. Like there's some big excavators and stuff like that if you wanted to have a true working farm. So the third unlock that you can get is going to be the is going to be the landing area, and this one is in a different little cave. This is kind of meant to be the area where you would park your starship, or in this specific case, starships, which is pretty awesome. I really like the cave entrance as well to the landing area, because it has these big crystals that are very reminiscent of Dantooine. And I just realized I'm recording this live. This is not scripted today, that I named this character Potato for the public test server, and I didn't realize it would show up for the entire video. Please enjoy. This is the landing area, so the third area that you would unlock. Kind of cool. You can actually see the Dantooine temple, the Jedi temple, the broken kind of bombarded temple off in the distance. I thought that was pretty cool little detail. Of course, the multiple moons in Dantooine's sky. This is a huge open area, and what's really nice about it is the landing area literally has 5 big starship hooks. So if you wanted to just go into your technological vehicles your crafted decorations. These are kind of harder to craft, but these ship decorations are fairly easy to get. They can be a bit expensive, but they're not anything out of reach for the average level 80 player. You can get all of these different, oh, not this one, this one's a cartel one. You can get all of these cool ship decorations and put them down. You can fit up to 5 in this area, and throughout the entire stronghold you could actually fit all of the class ships and a couple of extra ones you've maybe picked up along the way. So really like that big huge landing staging area for your ships. And of course, don't forget, if you have no interest in ships, you can also convert these starship hooks to different layouts, so you're not by any means confined to just putting ship decorations in this area. Oh, that was a bad idea. The stronghold is surrounded by a lovely boat that will kill you if you jump into it. The good news is that puts us back at the beginning of the stronghold, so we can go check out the next unlock. I believe the next unlock is either the west or the east building, and these come one at a time further up the reputation track, and they are pretty much exactly the same, and they are just a very, very large area for you to decorate. That's kind of meant to be an inside room. You can make this literally whatever you want. It's not coded to be anything specific. It's not a barn, it's not a bedroom, it's not a banquet hall, but you can make it any of those things or anything else you'd like. This side does have a lovely little balcony as well, and although there are no hooks over here, it is a fun little area that you can go jump around and explore. It is accessible, and once again you can see the greenhouse from a lot of this stronghold, which I think is really pretty, especially because you can decorate inside it. And once you have the greenhouse unlocked, you can actually get to it from these 2 side rooms, which is why there's that little tiny hallway right there. Next up, we'll be heading over to the other room. The map is kind of flipped. So this is the east. We were just in the west farmhouse. Nope, we were in the east farmhouse and we're headed over to the west farmhouse, but apparently north is not up. I think that's possibly because of the Jedi Temple positioning. They wanted to get it right, which I thought was pretty funny. So here's the secondary room. It's got this nice little curved area. It's got this secondary door that enters to it'll get you closer to the barn area and the staging area, landing area over here. And next up, we're going to head over to the greenhouse. And this is by far, I think, most players' favorite room that they've seen so far in this stronghold. And we saw a screenshot from the outside of the stronghold before it came out, before it was previewable, and everybody went... And you can set your quick travel point. So far, I've seen one here and in the cave as well, which I thought was kind of cool if you wanted to load into the cave. So here's the greenhouse. This will happen at legend status. So it'll take you a while to get there by exploring the Dantooine biome area. Like I said earlier, you can get to this greenhouse room from the 2 other side rooms once you have unlocked it. Let me in. I said let me in. Cursed door. Just trying to show you my greenhouse. Okay, here we go. This is the greenhouse. This is a beautiful room. This is really quite spectacular. We haven't seen anything like this at all in Star Wars: The Old Republic for player housing. It's really, really neat. It's got this very large dome that is fully enclosed. You cannot get in or out from the greenhouse except through the main doors over here, and it already has a bunch of plant life in here. You can see all these trees over here. You can see this little river area, and there are a ton of hooks everywhere except the river, pretty much. The river and the stairs and the rocks. So there is and of course you can't put anything on the glass. Sadly, no sticking stickers up on your greenhouse walls. There is one starship hook right away in the center of the greenhouse. I don't really think it's meant to harbor a ship, though you could always pretend that your greenhouse lid lifts up. But there is a bunch of other centerpiece decorations that you could put here. For example, if you wanted to put down one of those new biomes, or of course any of these weird large buildings. And if you don't have anything you want to put in a starship hook, once again, you could always put down a different hook layout and decorate it that way. I also really like these cute little planters right here. I thought that was really adorable. There's also these if you wanted to, you know, just plant a couple more plants, or some crates of grain, you know, whatever makes sense right here. They put some hooks right here in addition to the nice wide stairs right here. And this will be really pretty if you want to put trees. You could put animals in here. You could put party supplies. You could do some fun decorating with the different wall decorations that are crafted, and divide up the area some. one way or another, the Dantooine Stronghold is really, really a beautiful stronghold. So just to reiterate one more time, this is on the public test server, so it's kind of an unofficial tour right now. It's not fully finished, and the prices and how you get it might change a bit. And you get it through the Dantooine Biomes area in Star Wars The Old Republic, coming in update 7.8 in December 2025 as you work your way up the reputation track. And once again, if you want to get some inspiration or ideas about what different decorations you can add to your strongholds, visit swtorista.com/decorations. I'm looking forward to sharing more and more about this new update and the new biome area with you guys in the future. See you later, and may the Force be with you.